Good afternoon. Today we are doing properties of complex number. The existence of additive identity. Additive identity. For every complex number, for every complex number, z equal to x plus iy, there exists a complex number zero equal to 0 plus 0y such that z plus 0 equal to x plus iy plus 0 plus 0i, z equal to x plus 0 plus y plus 0 into I, so it is x plus iy. This is equal to z, z plus 0 equal to z, hence 0 is the additive identity. Additive identity. Because addition of 0 to any complex number does not change the value of z, so therefore 0 is called the additive identity. Now next, this is your fourth property, and now fifth property, the existence of additive inverse. A complex number, sum of a complex number and its additive inverse is equal to the additive identity. That is the property for additive inverse. The existence of additive inverse. For every complex number, z equal to x plus iy, there exists a complex number minus z equal to minus x plus I into minus y such that z plus minus z equals to x plus iy plus minus x plus I into minus y. This is equal to x minus x plus I into y minus y. This is equal to 0 plus I into 0, that is equal to 0. Therefore, minus z equal to minus x plus I into minus y is the additive inverse of z equal to x plus iy, because z plus minus z gives you the additive identity 0, therefore minus z is the additive inverse of z. Now difference of two complex number. Next topic is difference of two complex number. Difference of two complex number. Let Z1 equal to x1 plus iy1 and Z2 let Z1 equal to a plus ib and Z2 equal to c plus id, then difference of Z1 and Z2 is denoted by Z1 minus Z2 or Z2 minus Z1 and defined by Z1 minus Z2 equal to a plus ib minus c plus id, that is equal to a minus c plus I into b minus d. This is Z1 minus Z2. Now Z2 minus Z1 is defined as c plus id minus a plus ib, and that is Z2 minus Z1 equal to c minus a plus I into d minus b. So in this way we find the difference of two complex number. Now for example, when I take Z1 equal to 6 plus 3i, if Z1 equal to 6 plus 3i and Z2 equal to 2 minus I, in this case your Z1 minus Z2 can be written as 6 plus 3i minus 2 minus I, open the bracket, 6 plus 3i minus 2 plus I, that is equal to 6 minus 2 plus 3i plus I. So that is equal to, this implies that Z1 minus Z2 is Z1 minus Z2 is 6 minus 2 is 4 and 3i plus I is 4i. Now Z2 minus Z1, that is equal to 2 minus I minus 6 plus 3i, open the bracket. So you can write your Z2 minus Z1 as 2 minus I minus 6 minus 3i. Z2 minus Z1 can be written as 2 minus 6 plus minus I minus 3i, that is equal to, implies that this is minus 4 minus 4i. So from above Z1 minus Z2 is not equal to Z2 minus Z1. Now next, multiplication of two complex number. Multiplication of two complex number. Let Z1 equal to a plus ib and Z2 equal to c plus id. Their product, then their product Z1 into Z2 equal to a plus ib multiplied by c plus id. Now you observe the multiplication. It is simple, that as the multiplication of two algebraic expression, and by assuming that in the product your I square is minus 1. So first you multiply A into C, then you multiply A to ID. So you will get your product as AC plus I into AD. Now then you multiply second term to first, then second term to fourth, first term to first term to second term to first term, then second term to second term. So this is plus IBC plus I square BD. So you substitute I square equals to minus 1. So your product Z1 Z2 can be written as AC plus I into AD plus BC minus BD. So in this way your Z1 Z2 equal to AC minus BD plus I AD plus BC. So now you see your real part of the product Z1 Z2 and imaginary part of the product Z1 Z2. From here you can write your real part of the product Z1 Z2 is AC minus BD, and A is real part of Z1. A is real part of Z1 and C is real part of Z2. This is A is real part of Z1 and C is real part of Z2 minus B is imaginary part of Z1 and D is imaginary part of Z2. So real part of the product Z1 Z2 can be defined in this way. Now imaginary part of Z1 Z2, that is equal to AD plus BC. A is real part of Z1 and here real imaginary part of Z2. D is imaginary part of Z2. Imaginary part of Z2 plus here B is imaginary part of Z1 into C is real part of Z2. You have another property for the product of two complex numbers Z1 and Z2. So now take an example for the product. If Z1 equal to 3 plus 5i, if Z1 equal to 3 plus 5i and Z2 equals to 2 plus 6i, then your product Z1 Z2 equal to 3 plus 5i multiplied by 2 plus 6i. Now you multiply first term to first term to second term to first term and second term to second term. So 3 into 2 first this, 3 into 2, then this, then this, then this. So 3 into 2 is 6, 3 into 6i is 18i plus 5 2 is 10, 10i plus 5 into 6 30, 30i square. Your I square is minus 1. So product Z1 Z2 can be written as 6 plus 28i minus 30. You can write this is 6 minus 30 plus 28i. This is equal to minus 24 plus 28i. So your product of real part in the product Z1 Z2, your real part of Z1 Z2 is minus 24 and imaginary part of Z1 Z2 is 28. So now the multiplication of two complex numbers will satisfy the following property. Property of complex number related to multiplication. Multiplication of two complex number, multiplication of complex number will satisfy the following property. First, closure property. Product of two complex number is a complex number. You have seen that. Product of two complex number is a complex number. For example, Z1 equals to 2 plus I and Z2 equals to 3 minus 4I. Your product Z1 Z2, that is equal to 2 plus I multiply by 3 minus 4I, 2 into 3, 2 into minus 4I, then I into 3, then I into minus 4I. So 2 3 is 6, minus 8I plus 3I minus 4I square. Put I square equal to minus 1. So it is 6 minus 5I plus 4. That is equal to 10 minus 5I is a complex number. So you have seen that the closure properties satisfy in the product of two complex number. When you have taken Z1 and Z2 as a two complex number, then their product is again a complex number, and this type of property is known as the closure property. Now next one, the commutative property. Commutative property. Second, for any two complex number Z1 and Z2, we have Z1 multiplied by Z2 equal to Z2 multiplied by Z1. This property is known as the commutative law. This is commutative law. Now third, associative property. For any three complex number Z1, Z2 and Z3, we have Z1, Z2 multiplied by Z3 equal to Z1 into Z2, Z3. This is called associative law. This is associative law. Now, fourth, existence of multiplicative identity. Existence of multiplicative identity. For every complex number z equal to a plus ib, there exists a complex number one can be written as 1 plus 0i such that z into 1 equal to a plus ib into 1 plus 0i, that is equal to a plus ib. Therefore, 1 plus 0i, that is equal to 1, is called the multiplicative identity. This is called the multiplicative identity. Now, multiplicative inverse in the product of complex number. Fifth, the existence of multiplicative inverse. For every complex number, for every complex number z equal to, for every complex number a plus ib, there exists a complex number a upon a square plus b square plus I into minus b upon a square plus b square, such that a plus ib multiplied by a upon a square plus b square plus I into minus b upon a square plus b square, that is equal to 1 plus 0i equal to 1, and 1 is the multiplicative identity and 1 is the multiplicative identity. Therefore, a upon a square plus b square plus I into minus b upon a square plus b square is called multiplicative inverse of a plus ib. So now, distributive law. Next one is distributive law. Distributive law of multiplication over addition. Sixth, distributive law. Of multiplication over addition. for any three complex number Z1, Z2 and Z3, we have a Z1 into Z2 plus Z3 equal to Z1, Z2 plus Z1, Z3, and B Z1 plus Z2 into Z3, this can be written as Z1, Z3 plus Z2, Z3. This is called distributive law. Distributive law. This is called distributive law. Now division of two complex number. Next topic is division of two complex number. For any two complex number Z1 and Z2, Z1 divided by Z2 is denoted by Z1 upon Z2 and can be written as Z1 upon Z2 equal to Z1 multiplied by 1 by Z2. So for two given complex numbers, Z1 equal to 6 plus 3i, for Z1 equal to 6 plus 3i, and Z2 equal to 2 minus I, and Z2 equal to 2 minus I. Find Z1 upon Z2. Now you define complex conjugate at this place. Before doing this division, how you define the complex conjugate of a given complex number? Complex conjugate complex conjugate complex conjugate of a complex number z equal to x plus iy is z bar equal to x minus iy and vice versa. Vice versa. For example, complex conjugate of 2 minus I equal to 2 plus I. Complex conjugate of 2 plus I is 2 minus I. Complex conjugate of 3i minus 5 equal to minus 3i minus 5. And complex conjugate of 3i plus 5 is minus 3i plus 5. So in all this example, what you observe, So in order to find the complex conjugate, we are changing the sign of the term consists of I. So now you have to divide a complex number z1 equal to 6 plus 3i by z2 equal to 2 minus I. So you find that division z1 divided by z2. This is the question. z1 divided by z2 equal to z1 multiplied by 1 upon z2. Now you substitute z1 and z2. So your z1 is 6 plus 3i and z2 is 2 minus I. Now complex conjugate of 2 minus I equal to 2 plus I. So multiply numerator and denominator by 2 plus I. We obtain z1 by z2 equal to 6 plus 3i into 2 plus I upon 2 minus I into 2 plus I. Here you can apply a minus b, a plus b. You know that a minus b into a plus b equal to a square minus b square. So 2 minus I into 2 plus I equal to 2 square minus I square, that is equal to 4 plus 1, and this is 5. So your this result is 5 as we have seen there. So you can write that is equal to 6 plus 3i multiplied by 2 plus I upon 4 minus I square. Now you make the multiplication. 6 into 2 is 12 plus 6 into I is 6i plus 3 into 2 6i plus 3i square upon 4 plus 1. So in this way you can write 12 minus 3 plus 12i upon 5, and this is equal to 9 plus 12i upon 5, and this is equal to 9 by 5 plus 12 upon 5i. So in this way we divide one complex number by another. Now the next topic is the calculation of different power of I. Calculation of different power of I. Calculation of different power of I. So as we know that I square is minus 1. Square root of negative real number, square root of minus 1 is I and minus I. So therefore we can write I square equals to minus 1. When you find I to the power 3, then minus 1 multiplied by I, it is minus I to the power 4, then minus 1 multiplied by I square, that is minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, this is plus 1. When you are taking the power of I as a multiple of 4, its value is plus 1. When you are taking the odd power of I, that is in the form of minus I, and when you are taking the power of I as a multiple of 2, it will be minus 1. So these are the observations you can see here. I to the power 5 can be written as I to the power 6 equal to I into I square. I into I is I square, that is equal to minus 1, and then this is multiple of 2, you get minus 1. And I to the power 5, this is I, and I to the power 7 is again minus I, I to the power 8 is minus I into I, that is equal to minus I square. This is equal to 1. When multiple of 4, you will get plus 1. So we can conclude that I to the power 4n is equals to 1. I to the power 4n plus 1, that is equals to I. I to the power 4n plus 2, that is minus 1. And I to the power 4n plus 3, that is equal to minus I. So in this way, where n is an integer, where n is a where n is an integer, so when you take the value of n as integer, you will get all this information. So this is the calculation of different power of I. And now square root of negative real number. Next topic is square root of negative real numbers. Square root of negative real numbers. Now we are going to do square root of negative real number. As we know that we are unable to find out the square root of negative real number as a real number. So in this chapter, complex number, we need the square root of negative real number also. So how we find? You see that under root minus 1 can be written as under root 1 into minus 1, that is equal to 1 under root minus 1, and as under root minus 1 is I, so it is equal to I. So now you see that, so square root is non-negative. So when I take under I is under root minus 1 and minus I is under root minus 1, and when we are squaring both, when we square this thing, so I square, your I square is minus 1 and minus I square is also minus 1, so minus I square is plus I square. So in this way you can say that the square root of minus 1 equal to plus minus I, that is I or minus I. Now square root of minus 3, you find under root minus 3. So that is equal to plus minus under root 3 into minus 1, and this can be written as plus minus under root 3 into under root minus 1. So that is equal to plus minus 3 under root 3i. So square root of minus 3 or root 3i or minus root 3i. So now you can observe this thing. When we proceed in general, so under root AB is equal to under root A multiplied by under root B only when at least one A or B is positive. That is, number 1, A is greater than 0, B is less than 0. Second, A is less than 0, B is greater than 0. Third, both are positive. A is greater than 0, B is greater than 0. Only then you can write this result, you can follow this thing. And in fourth case, if both are negative, In that case, this is not possible. Under root AB equal to root A, root B is not possible. Is not possible. So in this way, we can write under root AB is not equal to root A into root B in this case. In fourth case, this is not possible. For example, if you take A is minus 1, B is minus 1, this becomes under root 1, it is plus 1. And here you take A is minus 1, B is minus 1, I into I square equal to minus 1. 1 is not equal to minus 1. So when both are negative, A and B both are negative, in that case root AB equal to root A into root B is not possible. Next one. Identities. And this identities we have used for real numbers also. As we have seen, A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. When A and B are complex number, then what happens? In case of complex number, Z1 plus Z2 here Z for any two complex number Z1 and Z2. Two complex number Z1 and Z2, we have the following identity. We have the following identity. Number 1, Z1 plus Z2 whole square equal to Z1 square plus 2Z1 Z2 plus Z2 square. Now second, Z1 minus, that is same as A minus B whole square. Z1 minus Z2 whole square is Z1 square minus 2Z1 Z2 plus Z2 square. Third, Z1 plus Z2 whole cube equal to Z1 cube plus 3Z1 square Z2 plus 3Z1 Z2 square plus Z2 cube. Now fourth, Z1 minus Z2 whole cube equal to Z1 cube minus 3Z1 square Z2 plus 3Z1 Z2 square minus Z2 cube. Now fifth, that is the last, Z1 square minus Z2 square can be written as Z1 minus Z2 into Z1 plus Z2. And you have seen all this property, all this identity for real numbers, and that also holds for the complex number. Now, express the following in the form of A plus BI. Now we are starting question. Question 1. Question 2. Express the following in the form A plus IB. In the form A plus IB. First, minus 5i multiply by 1 by 8i, and second, minus I into 2i multiply by 2i multiply by minus 1 by 8 I whole cube. First case. you have to express this product in the form of a plus ib. Now you see, this is minus 5i into 1 by 8i. Here is two complex number, you have to multiply. So you first to multiply their real part. In multiplication, what you do in such type of question? First you multiply their parts which are real number, then you multiply I by I. So minus 5 into 1 by 8 becomes minus 5 by 8, and I into I becomes I square. And when you write I square equals to minus 1, so it will becomes minus 5 by 8 multiplied by minus 1, that is equal to 5 by 8. This is a complex number in which there is only real part. It has no imaginary part, means imaginary part of this complex number is 0. So while writing in the form of a plus ib, what you do? That is equal to 5 by 8 plus 0 into I. So this is the product of these two complex number in the form of a plus ib. Now you come to second. In second, this is your minus I into 2i multiplied by minus 1 by 8 I cube. So that is equal to minus I into 2i is minus 2i square. This is minus 2i square, and here minus 1 by 8 to the power 3 into I to the power 3. This can be written as I square equal to minus 1. You can write this in minus 2 multiplied by minus 1. Then when you come to this is minus 1 upon 512. 8 into 8 into 8. 8 is 64. 64 into 8 is 512. Then I2 can be written as I square into I. Again you put there I square equal to minus 1. Minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2 multiplied by minus 1 upon 512. Then here minus 1 into I. So what happens? This result becomes plus, and when you cancel this, it is 256. So your product is 1 upon 256 I, and now it has only imaginary part, it has only imaginary terms, it has no real parts. So in the form of a plus ib, you can write 0 plus 1 upon 256 I. So in this way we are doing the product of complex number and writing in the form of a plus ib. The modulus of complex number. Modulus of a complex number. For a given complex number, z equal to a plus ib, modulus of z is denoted by this and defined by mod z equal to under root a square plus b square, under root square of real part plus a square of imaginary part. So in this way your a is real part of z and b is imaginary part of z. So sum of the square of that is the modulus of z, and mod z equal to under root a square plus b square represents distance between the point AB and the origin 0, 0 in coordinate plane. This. Now, question: find the modulus of the complex number z equal to 3 plus I. Question 3: find the modulus of a complex number z equal to 3 plus I. When you compare with z equal to a plus ib, you find a is 3, b is 1. Mod z is under root a square plus b square. You substitute the value of a and b under root 3 square plus 1 square, that is under root 9 plus 1, so it is under root 10. Find the modulus of z equal to 3 minus I. Mod z, here your a is 3, b is minus 1. So mod z equal to under root a square plus b square, that is equal to under root 3 square plus minus 1 square, that is equal to under root 9 plus 1. It is under root 10. Again, for z equal to minus 3 minus I, your a is minus 3, b is minus 1, b is minus 1, and your mod z is equal to under root a square plus b square, that is equal to under root minus 3 square plus minus 1 square, that is under root 9 plus 1, it is again 10. Now we are going to observe the multiplicative inverse of a complex number z. How to find the multiplicative inverse of a given complex number? To find the multiplicative inverse of a complex number z equal to a plus ib. Now complex conjugate of a plus ib is a minus ib. So multiplicative inverse of, you have an idea about the multiplicative inverse of 3. You have to find out a number. When we multiply that number to 3, you will get 1. So in the same way, you have to apply here. If you are going to find out the multiplicative inverse of z, then it is 1 by z, because z multiplied by 1 by z is 1. So 1 by z is the multiplicative inverse of z. So we have to find out 1 by z. Multiplicative inverse of z is 1 by z, or z to the power minus 1. We are going to find out 1 by z. 1 by z multiplicative inverse equal to 1 by z equal to 1 upon a plus ib. You multiply it by its complex conjugate. a minus ib upon a minus ib. So you can write this is a minus ib upon a plus ib into a minus ib. You can write a minus ib upon this is z and this is z bar. So in this way, this is a square minus I square b square, and that is equal to a minus ib upon a square plus b square. So as you know, mod z equal to under root a square plus b square, then mod z square equal to a square plus b square, and z bar is a minus ib. From above it is clear. So multiplicative, we can write multiplicative inverse of z. We can write multiplicative inverse 1 by z equal to a minus ib upon a square plus b square, that is equal to z bar upon mod z whole square. So when you want to find out the multiplicative inverse of any complex number, you can use this as a formula. Now question, find multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i. Find multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i. So let z equal to 2 minus 3i. Now z bar, that is 2 plus 3i, that is complex conjugate of z. Now mod z equal to under root 2 square plus minus 3 square, mod z equal to under root 4 plus 9, mod z equal to under root 13. So mod z square equal to 13. Now multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i of z equal to z bar upon mod z whole square. Z bar is 2 plus 3i upon mod z square is 13, that is equals to 2 by 13 plus I 3 by 13. This is the multiplicative, you can find it directly. So now your next question is, express the following in the form of a plus ib. Express the following in the form of a plus ib. Question 6. Express the following in the form a plus ib. Your first is 5 plus root 2i upon 1 minus root 2i. Second, I to the power minus 35. This thing. So first, given that 5 plus root 2i upon 1 minus root 2i. The complex number in denominator. The complex number in denominator. dr means denominator. 1 minus root 2i. Its complex conjugate. Complex conjugate is 1 plus root 2i. So that is equal to 5 plus root 2i multiplied by 1 plus root 2i upon 1 minus root 2i into 1 plus root 2i. So you multiply term by term. 5 into 1 is 5 plus 5 root 2i plus root 2i plus root 2 into root 2 is 2i square upon 1 square minus 2i square. So in this way, this is 5 minus 2, 3 plus 6 root 2 I upon 1 plus 2. That is equal to 3 upon 3 plus I into 6 root 2 upon 3. That is equal to 1 plus I 2 root 2. So in this way, you have solved the given complex number in the form a plus ib. Now second is I to the power minus 35. I to the power minus 35. Second solution. I to the power minus 35 equal to, this can be written as I 1 upon I to the power 35. 1 upon I to the power 35 by using the law of exponent. As you know that a to the power minus m equal to 1 upon a to the power m. By using this you can write this. So that is equal to 1 multiplied by I upon I to the power 35 into I. That is equals to I upon I to the power 36. That is equals to I upon I to the power 4 to the power 9. As I to the power 4 is 1, you have seen in the simplification of power of I. So you can write this is equal to I upon 1 to the power 9. 1 to the power 9 is 1. So it is equal to I. And you can write this is equal to 0 plus I into 1. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.